Hi everybody, my name's Davaisha. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my first booktube-ish video. It's kind of a haul, kind of not a haul. A few weeks ago we found a ton of books in our basement. They were mostly like middle grade books, like Captain Underpants, some like Disney books. But I found a couple of gems that I want to share with you guys. So there are 17 books that I want to show you. I've broken them down into 3 piles. 1 being nonfiction, 2 being classics, and the 3rd pile being other. Let's just get started with the nonfiction books. So we have The Accidental Billionaire, The Founding of Facebook, A Tale of Sex, Money, Genius, and Betrayal. So this is the book that went on to become the movie The Social Network, based on a true story, I guess. And then we have 2 reference books. The 13th edition Harbrace College Handbook, How to Read Literature Like a Professor by Thomas C. Foster. Oh, there are notes in this too. These 2 books were from when my mom was in college, and I decided to keep them because one of my New Year's resolutions is to read more nonfiction / reference books. So the next book, I'm going to class this one as a nonfiction book. Unsolved Mysteries, The Mysteries of UFOs. This doesn't have an author, does it? Who wrote this book? It doesn't have an author. I've looked at every single page. I don't know who wrote this book. But it has some cool pictures in here. I couldn't tell you how old this book is. I've had this since I was at least like 7. Okay, so there's no author. Just to emphasize, again, for the 3rd time. Published by Raintree Steck Vaughn Publishers, a Steck Vaughn company. Moving on to the 2nd pile that I've dubbed the classics. We have Macbeth by Shakespeare. I got this book when I was a junior in high school. I never read it. I'm positive I took a test on it, but I think I just had my friend tell me what it was about. Next, in the classics, we have Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston. This is another one I read in high school, and it's one of the few classics that I actually enjoyed. Next, we have Song of Solomon by Toni Morrison. I have never read this one either, but I am interested in seeing what it's about. So our next classic, this is a classic in my eyes, Avengers, the movie storybook. I'm keeping this and considering it a classic because I'm a big fan of the Marvel movies. It's got cool pictures. Ooh. Yeah. Moving on. So to round out the classics category, we have the Twilight Saga. I'm going to consider these classics because I feel like they are to the 2010 teenage girls what Wuthering Heights is to people 125 years ago. Was that an accurate analogy? Probably not, but we're gonna roll with it. I'm considering these classics because I can. We all know they're trash, but I don't know. I can't bring myself to part with them. But also, fun fact, I've never finished the series. I got partway through Breaking Dawn. I only read to the end of chapter 22, which is like 451 pages, and that's to the point where Jacob imprints on Renesmee, and then Bella's like, "You nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster?" That's as far as I got in this book, and there's about like fucking 300 more pages. I don't think I'm going to reread it, but I'm going to hold on to those. So now we get to the real purpose of this video. Our final category in this haul, this basement book haul, is other. I feel like these are some spicy books. I saw them and I thought I knew I had to share them with somebody. The first book we have is Bitch by Deja King. And for these, I'll read the summaries, okay? Precious Cummings came from nothing, but was determined to have it all. Using her most deadly weapons, undeniable beauty, body, and street-savvy brains, Precious sets out to change the cards that she's been dealt. After meeting Nico Carter, a man who can help her achieve her goals, virtually overnight, she is on her way. Precious quickly transforms from project chick to hood queen and is determined to hold her fuck. Fuck. Precious quickly transforms from project chick to hood queen and is determined to hold on to her position even if it means crossing the man who made it possible. Set on revenge, Precious gambles it all in her quest to gain everything. Just when she believes the dice have rolled in her favor, Precious has to answer for the web of deceit that she has set in motion. Bitch by Deja King. Oh my god. The title of the first chapter is Sex You Up. I cannot make this shit up. Can you see that? Should I read a snippet? Ooh, somebody's gotta die. Okay, hold on. Richie and I began having secret sexual trysts 3 times a week. Okay, let's put this to the side. The next book we have in our spicy category is Flower's Bed, the most controversial book of the era, by Antoine Inch Thomas. Flower, a 9-year-old princess in her own right, had just attended a party celebrating her 9th birthday. That evening, after returning home with her father to their Bronx apartment, the most heinous and horrific crime against anyone happened to her on that fateful night. Flower was lured to her bed only to be brutally... What? Oh. Then a young man named Sean Moore came into her life, causing a change to happen with her future once again. Take a look into this heartfelt drama of a young girl whose life becomes a living nightmare after her 9th birthday. I don't want to read this. Let's just move on. The next book we have is Girls from the Hood by Nikki Turner and Shunichi, maybe, possibly. These 3 sisters, SISTAS, struggle for survival on the streets. Will they come out alive? Unique's dope-dealing boyfriend is in jail and his stash of cash is gone. With the phone cut off and the refrigerator empty, Unique takes her greatest assets, a big butt and a smile, to the streets, working petty scams, but fast money doesn't come without a price. Nina is broke too. After taking a stab at stripping, she once again makes a wrong choice, only this one lands her on trial for murder and in danger of losing her life. Anya is out for revenge with the help of a secret friend. She just might pull it off. The target of her fury is Diablo, a well-known hustler. Sure, he's one careful brother, but the alluring Anya could be his undoing. Okay, I'm interested in this one. I'll put this in my TBR. Flower's Bed is staying right where it is, though. Okay, so we have another one that I'm interested in reading. This book has been floating around my house for like ages, and I could never figure out, 1, whose book it was, and 2, if I should read it or not. But I'm placing this one firmly in my TBR. So we have Homo Thug by Asante Caro, maybe? Following the life of Michael Frazier, a first-time felon turned hardened criminal, the product of a broken home plagued with poverty, living the American nightmare, Michael searches for love in all the wrong places. His journey takes him on a whirlwind ride through the mean streets of Harlem, doing stick-ups with his childhood cronies to the thick steel cages of one of New York's most notorious maximum security prisons, Sing Sing. Surviving a 5 to 15 for a robbery homicide, it is behind those walls that Mike finds a love that surpasses all understanding. It was an unconditional love that could only be shared under the shadow of night and the cloud of darkness. How do share love? Wait a second. Okay, so it's not just me not being able to read. How do share love with another man when it would mean your life to just oh my Jesus, hold up. Okay, let's try this one more time. How do share love with another man when it would mean your life to just express those uncarnal desires in the most inhumane of places? This definitely needed a comma in probably one or two places and another word somewhere in that beginning. How do you convince yourself that this unnatural love is the most natural thing that could be expressed by two people? You do it by picking up your dagger and assuming the life of a thug. But you're no ordinary thug. You desire the forbidden fruit, even though conventional wisdom says that is the opposite of what a thing is supposed to be. You create your own rules and you make others follow along. This is a true story about a man finding love and doing anything to protect it. It is the story of a soul that was lost and now found. It is the story of a gangster living the life of an undercover lover. Ladies, this book will make you reevaluate your assessment of the self-proclaimed thug inhabiting your bedroom. We don't have one of those here. Men, this book will make you reassess who you're watching Monday Night Football with and slapping high fives with. This is the story that was never meant to be told, but definitely meant to be sold. Watch your back and your front. There is a little homo thug in... There is a little homo thug in every man. I'm sorry, just the imagery of a tiny gay thug. Hilarious. So there you have it. Homo thug. So our final book to wrap up this basement book haul, as I've been calling it, is a book written by a celebrity. Is the Bitch Dead or What? By Wendy Williams and Karen Hunter. Sorry, Karen. First of all, is this Wendy Williams on the cover? Like, I genuinely can't tell. I feel like it looks like her, but then I'm not sure. Okay, this is a sequel. It says the next installment of the Ritz Harper Chronicles. I don't know what the first book is called. If it's called the Ritz Harper's Chronicles or what. Here is the synopsis. As Ritz lies in the... What? Ritz lies in the netherworld, somewhere between life and death. She looks back on her life and is forced to ask herself some tough but unavoidable questions. Where does the real life Ritz end and the radio bitch begin? She looks back on her dating life and on the scandalous budding romance with a man who is a little too close to home. Her family life is in shambles as she loses her beloved Aunt Em. There is also a new and surprising addition to her family. Will Drive Time Radio's most notorious DJ survive the drive-by and the multiple gunshot wounds? Will she turn her life around and choose a new path? Or will Ritz return to the radio scene bigger and badder with more swerve and bravado than she ever had before? Is the bitch dead or what? So that's all I have for today's video. So I'm probably going to read a couple of these. Let me know if you want a review, maybe. I don't know. I'm probably going to do one anyway, so it doesn't matter if you want it or not. You're going to get it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Ah! Is it? No, davaisha. It is.